Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Heather Hope with The Inspired Entrepreneur podcast. How's your weekend? Happy Sunday to you. Today is December 27th. Let's just jump right into this today. I have been talking a lot the last few days, so let me see about, this is a shorter, oh, I thought I heard something. This is a much shorter message today. That might be why the other ones, I just realized one is, what's it called? One is, tomorrow's is deleted out of my Google Doc. I must have clicked on something. I have to find that. I'm glad I didn't press record on that one and jump right in. Okay, so anyway, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome. This podcast is a daily podcast from my book, The Inspired Entrepreneur. So each day is a divinely curated message for you. Some of them are direct quotes from like Abraham Hicks, from Sanaya Roman, Bashar, but most, I believe, is written from me, through inspiration. So every post, every thing that I write is through inspiration. It's through, like, I would really like to say that it's all channeled, because I know that we're channeling a lot. When we're connected, we're channeling. If you call it that, right? If you use that term in that way, then I truly believe this book is all channeled. I do, because I write when I feel inspired and it comes out of me. And that's basically channeling. That's being connected. That's all of that. So don't be surprised if I start saying that, because it came to me the other day with one of my clients who is channeling, who's been channeling for 30 years, and another client of mine who is interested in channeling. But we have the same experience when we write. Like we all do. We all have the same experience when we're writing, that does feel that way, that it is or feels like channeling. So there you go. Take that as you want. So December 27th, let's jump into it. Write down how you want things to go today. Wow, that's easy, right? Write down how you want things to go today. I do this nearly every day and it manifests. So yeah, I do this every morning. I don't write it down, but I think about it a lot. And of course, I write a daily to-do list of the main things that I definitely want to get done. I do that every day. And because I love the satisfaction of accomplishing things that move me closer to the things I want to achieve, so I do that every single day in one of my notebooks. So write down how you want things to go today. So especially like how you want things to unfold. Instead of, because a lot of people might be like, well, I'm going to be doing this, so I'll be waiting in long lines because it's the holidays or it's after the holidays or whatever. Or it's going to be really hard to find parking. So basically this is pre-paving, right? Writing down how you want things to go throughout the day, or do it, think about what you're going to be doing today and pre-pave it. Be like, okay, so I really feel like going to the bookstore. This is what I did the other day. I wanted to go to the bookstore. I wanted to do my grocery shopping. One store I go in, the other store I do curbside. So I could pre-pave it all of like I know that I'll leave the house when it's the right time. So I don't, I kind of leave that open. Every time I get on the road to leave town, I say, this is going to be a fun, fast, and safe trip. I've done that for a few years now. When I take road trips, I do the same thing. It's going to be a fun, fast, and safe trip. Every single time I do that, because I love going fast. I love having fun, because I love driving, and it needs to be safe. That's all. So that's what I do. But so try this out. Try it out for a day or two. See how it works for you. Just write down how you want things to go today. So if you have a bunch of things that you're going to be doing, just be like, okay, because if you're going to a busy store, just picture or write down, the perfect parking spot. I'm going to arrive in the perfect time with perfect timing to, receive a really close parking spot or a front parking spot, because it does happen. I mean, even I saw one. I was at one of the malls a couple days ago, and the mall was really packed. I mean, the parking lot was packed in the area that I was in, and there's like this line of cars, and I get up. I didn't want to park down that line. Or that lane. So I saw that the first parking spot was open and nobody was taking it. I'm like, and there's no special sign or anything on it. So I was like, and I didn't want that lane either. So it was just funny that open parking spots are there. They're there. They do exist. And even in a busy Christmas season or so there's always, it's all about timing, right? It's always about timing. So allowing that perfect timing to unfold. And that's one of the things that I've learned to really do is really master time. Like getting places on time. I started a story days and like weeks ago on this podcast. And I hate it when I start a story and then I don't finish it. And then it's like the next day I realize I didn't finish it. I'm like, ugh. But there is this one thing I said the other day about that I'm really good with really good timing. And it was just that I was driving from Phoenix to Pismo Beach or Ventura, because I was on my way to Northern California. So I stopped in Ventura County, or Ventura, however you pronounce it. And I got there. Maybe I did finish the story because it does sound familiar. Like I recently said it. But I got there like perfect timing. Like I get places, I nearly nail the time every time. Either maybe a couple minutes early or boom, smack right on time. So it's something that I have a strong vibration, strong belief, strong expectation that I'm just really good with timing. Kind of like I have like so many random, really strong vibrations. Like another thing is that I have really good internet access, like really, really good. One of my clients was like, is it my Wi-Fi or is it yours? I'm like, it's not mine. I already know it's not mine. I have really, 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 really good internet. Really good internet. Like that is something I know. It's an absolute expectation knowing all of that. And it's the same with timing. I'm really good with timing. And half the time I don't look at the clock. It's just when I do look at the clock, I'm like, holy man, I nailed that timing. Like, what? It's so amazing. So there's some random things in my life that I just am really good at. Just intuitively leave at the right time, go the right, it's that broader perspective. And it's me allowing that to happen, to unfold. Like I just allow it to happen. I don't freak out about time. I don't freak out about being late. That's not in my nature to do that, because I've always been an early person, like really early. And then I like settle down a bit because I like my time. But so, really whatever you're good at, like amp that up a million times. Like you can hear it today, me talking about my Wi-Fi, my internet, and talking about how good I am with getting places perfectly on time. Like, and every time I talk about it, I like reaffirm it. I strengthen that momentum for that to keep happening. So that's how you get things to keep working out for you. Like focus on the things that work out, that mean something to you, and keep reliving that. Keep being like, I'm really good at this. I'm really good at this. Gosh, really, really good. And just keep strengthening that. And anything that you want to, work better at, be like, you know what, I'd like to be better. Like if you're a person who's always late, be like, you know what, I'd like to get better at that. I'd like to get better at being on time. That's something that I would like to get better at. Like when so the sun doesn't come up until like 7:30 here right now. And I was trying to figure out why I've been sleeping in until 8. And I realized when I had to get up at 7 the other day I set my alarm to get up at 7. I realized that it's still dark. And I'm like, that's why, because I always wake up with the sun or soon after the sun rises. And that's something that I've programmed with myself because I like getting up with the sun. I like seeing the sun rise. It's beautiful. So that became a thing that I just naturally wake up when the sun comes up. And so the mystery was solved within a few days of like, oh, no wonder I'm sleeping in, because 8 is late for me. Because usually I get up between 6 and 7. So I'm like, 8 seems like, that seems bizarre. So it's just because it's still dark out. And if I open my eyes and it's still dark, I go back to sleep because it's not time yet. And I didn't know what time the sun comes up yet, these days. So I've been talking to my inner being of like, yeah, I'd like to get up before 7. I'd like to get up, naturally. And I did this morning. I woke up at like 6:45 and it was still dark. And I'm like, okay, it's still dark. Let's check the time. 6:45. I'm like, perfect. Thank you. That's how I don't necessarily ever really need to have an alarm. I only use an alarm if it's unusually early that I have to get up. Then I always will, because it's important. So anyway, that's enough me rambling for today, guys. So going back to the thing here, write down how you want things to go today, pre-pave it, visualize it, and things will just go more smoothly with you. And when you start doing that, you're like, oh my God, this is like such an amazing thing, because you create your reality, period. You create your reality. So you create how things go today. You create how it goes. Like, how smoothly do you want things to go? Well, talk about how smoothly they're going to go. Like, if you pre-pave it by, oh my God, I'm going to be late for this appointment, I'm going to be late for that one, things aren't in, blah, 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 all that garbage, right? Then that's how it's probably going to unfold. Probably. Not always, but most likely it will. Okay, guys, have an amazing rest of your day, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.